A clever person solves a problem, a wise person avoids it. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. It's not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Never memorize something that you can look up. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structures of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. You never fail until you stop trying. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Creativity is intelligence having fun. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. What is right is not always popular, and what is popular is not always right. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. The woman who follows the crowd will usually go no further than the crowd. The woman who walks alone is likely to find herself in places no one has ever been before. Time is an illusion. Education is what remains after one has come out of school. Student is not a container you have to fill, but a torch you have to light up. Weak people revenge, strong people forgive, intelligent people ignore. Genius is 1% talent and 99% hard work. Intelligence is not ability to store information, but to know where to find it. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not people. I'd rather be an optimist and a fool than a pessimist and right. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but of the lifelong attempt to acquire it. Imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited to all we now know and understand, while imagination embraces the entire world and all there ever will be to know and understand. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is at all comprehensible. Only those who attempt the absurd can achieve the impossible. You can never solve a problem on the level on which it was created. The only thing that you absolutely have to know is the location of the library. From the standpoint of daily life, however, there is one thing we do know, that we are here for the sake of each other, above all for those upon whose smile and well-being our own happiness depends, and also for the countless unknown souls with whose faith we are connected by a bond of sympathy. Many times a day, I realize how much my own outer and inner life is built upon the labors of my fellow men, both living and dead, and how earnestly I must exert myself in order to give in return as much as I have received. If there is any religion that could respond to the needs of modern science, it would be Buddhism. You cannot simultaneously prevent and prepare for war. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true arts and all science. He to whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. Information is not knowledge. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. All religions, arts, and sciences are branches of the same tree. All these aspirations are directed toward enabling man's life, lifting it from the sphere of mere physical existence and leading the individual towards freedom. Everything is determined, the beginning as well as the end, by forces over which we have no control. It is determined for the insect as well as for the star, human beings, vegetables, or cosmic dust. We all dance to a mysterious tune, intoned in the distance by an invisible piper. A man should look for what is and not for what he thinks should be. If my theory of relativity is proven successful, Germany will claim me as a German, and France will declare me a citizen of the world. Should my theory prove untrue, France will say that I am a German, and Germany will declare that I am a Jew. Three great forces rule the world: stupidity, fear, and greed. Blind belief in authority is the greatest enemy of truth. If most of us are ashamed of shabby clothes and shoddy furniture, let us be more ashamed of shabby ideas and shoddy philosophies. It would be a bad situation if the wrapper were better than the meat wrapped inside it. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. We all know that light travels faster than sound. That's why certain people appear bright until you hear them speak. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. No amount of experimentation can ever prove me right. A single experiment can prove me wrong. Adversity introduces a man to himself. Excellence is doing a common thing in an uncommon way. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. Logic will get you from A to Z. Imagination will get you everywhere. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and leave your best quote in the comment section.